Hello and welcome to another planning appeal case study video. I'm John Peters, and in this video I'm going to explain how we overcame a recent refusal by Ealing Council for one of our clients. This planning appeal was to overcome the refusal for a single storey side rear wraparound extension following demolition of an existing garage and shed, conversion of a garage to a habitable room, alterations to extend elevations, construction of a single storey outbuilding to the rear of the property to use as a storage gym studio. That was refused by the local authority planning department, which was Ealing. Our client was initially booked in for a free no obligation consultation to run through the refusal reasons that had been used by Ealing Council to evaluate if an appeal was viable or if an alternative would be better suited for them. The free no obligation consultation, which took around 15 minutes, found that the case was viable to appeal to the Planning Inspectorate, taking the decision process away from Ealing Council Planning Department. This case was refused by Ealing Council for the following reasons. The proposed side and rear extension, by reason of its scale, width, height, bulk, prominence and visual impact, would be an oversized, obtrusive and illogical form of development that would result in out of keeping and harm to the character and appearance of the conservation area. As an organisation, we've been finding recently a number of errors in various local authority planning officers' decisions. These errors do help support the appeal case. We do suspect the increase in errors has been caused by cutbacks at local authorities and the unprecedented increase in workloads that are piled on the reduced numbers of planning officers. Many of you are repeatedly stating that they had little or no correspondence throughout the application process, and the first thing they knew was receiving the refusal notice from the council, and in some cases when you receive a letter from ourselves. With planning appeals experience matters. Our specialist appeals team, who handle over 2.5% of all planning appeals in England and Wales that are currently produced and submitted to the Planning Inspectorate, start by producing a comprehensive and robust appeal statement that in this specific case covered 29 pages, just over 9,900 words. That's a big appeal statement. It is important to detail in the appeal statement where the local authority failed in their assessment of the case and how, where possible, both local and national policy applies in favour of the appeal. Additionally, if possible, bring in similar cases that the Planning Inspectorate found in favour of the appeal. Obviously, with the back catalogue we have of wins, we're able to use these cases and what the inspector said in them as additional argument to support the case we're working on. Recently, we had a client state that a competitor has said to them that they use our wins to help them produce their appeals. I suppose that is a compliment to our team, but obviously with that method, it does not give them the underlying knowledge to be able to adapt arguments to a specific case. And it is important to know that no two cases are the same and the arguments need to be produced for the specific case in hand. Once an appeal statement is produced, we send the document to our client, asking them to check that they are happy for us to submit the case, and if we need to add any additional information that the client may have forgotten previously to supply, as it's done at this point, and then the case is submitted to the Planning Inspectorate. It's vitally important that all the documents and responses are submitted on time throughout the process, as failure to do so will result in the appeal not being successful, something that we do hear about often when people attempt an appeal for the first time. Always ensure you use a professional who has considerable experience of appeals. It is worth asking them for some recent successful planning appeal case studies like you will find on our website. Due to the large number of cases we represent, we have a dedicated team that liaises with the Planning Inspectorate on a daily basis. For this appeal, an independent planning inspector from the Planning Inspectorate visited the site on the 24th of March, and we are pleased to confirm that the appeal was upheld and the permission granted on the 19th of April in a 4-page appeal decision notice. If you'd like to find out if we can help you with your planning appeal, complete our online form on our website www.planningappealsuk.com, and our new case support team will arrange for a free no obligation consultation with one of our planning appeal assessment professionals. Would you like to find an appeal case study for a certain type of application or even in a selected area? We have so many and not all of them are published or filmed, but that does not mean we cannot show you what we're looking for. ask our planning appeal assessment professional during your free no obligation consultation. Thank you for taking the time to watch this planning appeal case study video, and I look forward to producing another one very shortly. Thanks a lot. Bye.